तारकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम्।
Good morning, students. I would like to welcome you all to the Basavaraddi Education Society. Okay, so today we will move for our next grammar section. Already in the last classes we had discussed about the kinds of sentences, the definition of sentences, the parts of speech, the kinds of nouns. Now I think when we had completed our sentences, now it is better to give the explanation about the subject and predicate. Okay, so what do you mean by subject and predicate? So today's our topic is subject and predicate. Today's our topic is subject and predicate. Got it? So what do you mean by subject and what do you mean by predicate? What is the definition when we are using this one? Okay, so subject and predicate are nothing but these are the parts of a sentence. Each sentence is having two parts. The first part is called as subject and the next is called as predicate. Okay, so every complete sentence contains two parts, subject and a predicate. One subject it is having and one more predicate it is having. Means every sentence, whatever you can take, whatever sentence you can take, whichever sentence you can take, every sentence is divided into two parts. The first part is called as subject and the remaining part is called as predicate. Then what is subject? How can we define that? Okay, so every complete sentence contains two parts, a subject and a predicate. So the subject is what the sentence is about, while the predicate tells something about the subject. So very simply I would like to tell you, subject is the doer of the action. So what the action has been done in that sentence, in that subject is the person who is doing that. Okay, so when you ask the question means who or what, okay, for that what answer you will get? No, that is nothing but it is subject. Subject means it is the doer of the action. It is it is the first part of the sentence. Okay, it may be a noun, it may be a pronoun. So if in the sentence, the first part of a sentence, that is which is the doer of the action, for that we can call as subject. Okay, for that we can call as subject. Okay, so the subject is what or whom the sentence is about, while the predicate tells something about. So while the subject is telling us about the person, like the same way the predicate is telling what that person is doing. Got it? What the action is taking place there. That all action is called as predicate. So predicate means while the predicate tells something about the subject, what the subject has done, what the subject, the first part of the sentence, what it has done, about that which is giving us explanation, for that we may call as predicate. So subject and predicate are the two parts of a sentence. The first part tells us about a person or about a noun, about a pronoun, whereas the second part of a sentence is telling us what that person is doing, what the action is taking place there. The subject is what the sentence is about, means who is doing the action there is called as subject, and what the action has been done by that subject is called as predicate. Okay, these two are the parts of the sentence. I think you understood about subject and predicate. So now let's move with the example. Okay, so Judy and her dog run on the beach every morning. They had given you an example. Okay, they have given you an example here. That is Judy and her dog run on the beach every morning. they have given you. So when we are observing here, when we are observing this example, see here, Judy and her dog, these are the doer of the action. What are they doing here? See here, run on the beach every morning. So here, as I told you earlier, we may call this Judy and her dog as subject, isn't it? Because these are the doer of the action, we can call this one as the subject, and run on the beach evening every morning is predicate. Can you say like this one? Means here the doer of the action is Judy and her dog. And what the action they are doing? They will run on the beach every morning. As I told you, the action done by the person, or noun or pronoun is called as subject, and what the action is going to take place in that is called as pronoun. Okay, so that is called as pronoun. Okay, so let's move for the next example now. So see here, first find the verb. Before going to find the subject, what we have to do is we have to go to find the verb. As I told you, verb is an action word which tells us the action of the noun or pronoun. I told you the action done by noun or pronoun is called as. First we have to identify the action here. Later we have to go to find the subject. Okay? First find the verb and then make a question by placing who or what before it. First, you find out the verb here. So which one is verb here? Run. Okay, here the verb is run. Okay, so which one is verb here? Means here run is a verb. Okay, so then who is doing that? Who is doing that verb? Who is doing that action? They are Judy and her dog. So we can call Judy and her dog as subject, and remaining all run on the beach every morning we can say as predicate. So see here, so the answer is subject Judy and her dog. When I will ask a question for you, who does run on the beach every morning? Okay, the answer you will give for me, Judy and her dog. So Judy and her dog are the subject and remaining all is predicate. Okay, so let's move for one more example. For one more example, that is, so we spilled popcorn on the floor. Okay, so we spilled popcorn on the floor they have given. So here we spilled popcorn on the floor means here just again I will ask you who spilled popcorn on the floor. Again you will get the answer we. Here you will get the answer as we. Here you will get we. So when you ask question like who or whom, so what the answer you are getting for that one? That is nothing but it is the subject of a sentence. Okay, so here we spilled the popcorn. What action you had done? They spilled the popcorn on the floor. The remaining all is spilled is verb here. Okay, so before going to do this one, we have to find out which one is verb. Spilled. Who spilled means again you will get answer as we. So here we can say as subject, and popcorn, spilled popcorn on the floor. This remaining one you can call as predicate. Okay, so what is the verb of this sentence? Spilled. We spilled popcorn on the floor. Okay, so let's move for the next one now. So now find the subject. As I told you, subject means we spilled. When we are saying we, means the action here done by is us. So we is subject here. For one more example, that is my little brother broke his finger. One more example I would like to give you. My little brother broke his finger. Again I will tell you, first we have to go for the verb. Okay, then guys tell me which one is verb here. As verb means already I had told you that verb is action word. So what? So broke is verb here. Here the word broke is verb. Okay, so my little brother broke his finger. Who? Okay, who did break his finger? Means you will tell my little brother, you will get the answer. So, for the question who, you are getting the answer my little brother. So, you can call this one as subject. Okay, you can call this one as subject. Okay, then what thing, what verb, what action he had done here? Broke his finger. So, that all is predicate. Okay, his uncle Bob asked for direction. So tell me, his uncle. Again I will ask, okay, see here, who asked for directions? Who asked for directions means, again, uncle. His uncle. Here we can say his uncle as subject. His uncle as subject. And Bob asked for directions. This all we can call. So no, his uncle Bob. Because they have given your name. Only if they could have not given your name. So you can call that one only his uncle. But here they have given your name. So you can call his uncle. Okay. So so his uncle, they have given you the name. So you can call his uncle Bob as a subject, and remaining asked for directions. Asked for directions you can call as predicate. So these are some of the examples. So as I told you earlier, okay, so some of the examples I told you. Now you got to know that what do you mean by subject, what do you mean by predicate. Subject is a part of a sentence which tells us about the action doer, the doer of the action it will tell us. Okay, so and the action done by the doer is called as predicate. The subject is the first part of a sentence which is telling us about the action doer. Okay, doer of the action. So now simple subject and simple predicate, they have given you simple subject and simple predicate. See here, every subject is built around one noun or pronoun. When all other words are removed, the simple subject is left. So every noun or pronoun, so it may be a noun, it may be a pronoun. As I told you earlier, see what here I want to tell you is, every subject is built around one noun or one pronoun. Every, so one noun and one pronoun, or not and, or one pronoun or one noun will be there. When all other subject, all other words are removed, you will get the simple subject. See here, a piece of chocolate candy would taste great. So they have given here, I am presenting you as an example. A piece of chocolate candy would taste great. So as first of all, what we have to do is first find out the verb here. So which one is verb here? As I told you, here the verb is taste great. Taste is the verb here. About what you are talking? You are talking about a piece of chocolate. Okay, so we can call here piece of chocolate candy. We can call as subject. So see here, the main word in the subject is the noun, that is piece. The main noun in the subject is piece. With the other words of the subject, a and of pepperoni pizza, tell about the noun piece of the simple. So see here, when we are considering this one, a piece of a chocolate is a subject, whereas candy would taste great is a predicate. Okay, so don't bother about too much. Just remember, subject is nothing but it is a part of a sentence which tells us, means about the name who is going to do that action. About a noun, the noun or pronoun of a sentence is almost with the subject. And what that subject is doing the action will be the predicate. Understood? The same sentence as I told you, a piece of a chocolate candy is subject, whereas would taste great. Would taste great is predicate. Okay, it is telling about the subject. The part which is telling more thing about the subject will be predicate, and the doer of the action or the noun or pronoun is called as subject. Okay, so already we had discussed some of the examples here. So in that we come to know, so subject and predicate. Subject and predicate are nothing but the subject is called as the first part of the sentence. Okay, so here some of the examples I would like to show you. Giving you the explanation about the subject and the predicate. So subject means already I told you the first part of the sentence. So next one more word is coming here, that is the compound subject. What do you mean by compound sentence then? See here, a sentence may have a compound subject, a simple subject made up of more than one noun or pronoun. If the subject is having more than one noun or pronoun, that is called as compound subject. Okay, if that is having more than one noun. For example, team, penance, rock, posters and family. See here in this sentence they have given. So can you find the compound subjects here? So see here, as I told you, if a noun is having more than one or two, more than one, that is called as compound subject. Team, penance, rock, posters and family, photographs cover the boys' bedroom. So here so many nouns are there. That is, we can call team, penance is one, rock, posters and family. Okay, this all means team, penance is one noun and rock, posters is one more noun and family, photographs, this all. Okay, these all are subjects. Means here it is having more than one noun, so we can call all this as compound subject. So cover the boy's bedroom, we can call this one as predicate. Got it? The subject which is having more than one noun is called as compound subject, whereas the remaining part of that one is called as predicate. We move to one more example for compound subject. Her uncle and she walked slowly through the art gallery and admired the beautiful pictures exhibited there. So see here again in this sentence we are having more than one noun that we can call as. So here we are having more than one noun, that is her uncle and she. If only her uncle will be there, we can call this one as a simple subject, whereas this is having more than one noun, her uncle and she. Okay, so we can call this one as compound subject. Okay, so remaining on, walk slowly through the art gallery and admire the beautiful pictures exhibited there. This all part we can call as predicate. Okay, so just I would like to remind you that if the sentence is having more than one noun, it is compound subject. I would like to move for some more examples here guys. See here, can you find the compound subject in each sentence below? So I am presenting you three examples here. My little brother and my cousin broke their fingers. Tell me, how many nouns are there? It is having more than one noun. That is, my little brother is one noun and one more my cousin. Two nouns are there. Now we can call my little brother and my cousin as compound subject. Okay, so the remaining part, broke their fingers, we can call as predicate. In the next sentence, his uncle Bob and Aunt Betty asked for direction. So I will ask you the question, who asked for the direction? Okay, so who asked you for the direction? You will get answer as his uncle Bob and his Aunt Betty. So here also it is having more than one noun, so you can call this one as subject. Not only subject, this is compound subject. So remaining all is predicate. In the third sentence, those soldiers and agents carried guns. Here also I will ask you, who did carry the guns? Who carried? So for that, the answer you will get again, those soldiers and agents. Here in all three sentences, I think you come to know it is having more than one noun. So this one we can call as compound subject. Got it? Compound predicate now. We have completed our compound sentence. Let's move for compound predicate. What do you mean by compound predicate then? See here. Compound predicate. A compound predicate is more than one verb relating to the same subject, as we had studied about compound subject. Now we will move to compound predicate. Compound predicate means it is more than one verb relating to the same subject. For only the same subject, if more than one verb is connecting, it is called as compound predicate. So see here, example, mother mopped and scrubbed the kitchen floor. Here we are having only simple subject. That is, if I ask you question, who mopped and scrubbed the floor, you will tell me mother. Okay, so you will tell me as mother. So we can call mother as subject. Okay, we can call mother as subject. But here the remaining part, that is mother is subject. Mopped and scrubbed the kitchen floor. She had done two works here. The action, the number of actions are more. If the number of actions are more, they are called as compound predicates. Okay, so the compound predicates are mopped and scrubbed the kitchen floor. We can call as compound predicates. Understood, guys? So compound predicate means if the subject is relating to more than one verb, that is called as compound predicate. Compound subject means if we are having more than one noun, that is called as compound subject. If the number of verbs are more, that is called as compound predicate. So compound subject and compound predicate we come to know now. Okay. As I told you earlier, mother is subject, whereas mopped and scrubbed the kitchen floor, this is called as compound predicate. Okay. Let's move here. Some more examples. So can you find the compound predicate in each sentences below? Just we will have a glance of this. My little brother bruised and broke his finger. Here I think you all know my little brother is subject. So here the number of verbs is more, that is bruised and broke his finger is compound predicate. We can call this one as compound predicate. Okay, because here the number of actions are more. So his Uncle Bob looked and asked for directions. So as earlier we have discussed, his Uncle Bob is subject, whereas the action done by that person is looked and asked for directions. We can call here it is compound predicate, because here looked and asked, two actions done by the subject. So we can call this one as compound predicate. Shall we call this one as compound predicate? Okay, because it is having more than one word. Those soldiers carried and used guns. Here also those soldiers you can call as subject, and remaining all they are carried and used, we can call as compound predicate. Got it? So now I think you all come to know about the simple subject and compound subject, simple predicate and compound predicate. Okay? So as already I had told you, see here bruised and broke his finger. Here bruised and broke are two verbs, so we can call this one as compound predicate. Here in this, his Uncle Bob looked and asked for direction. Here looked and asked, more than one verbs are, we can call this one as compound predicate. So those soldiers carried and used guns, carried and used, again we are having more than one, so we can call this one as predicate. So our baby sister overslept and arrived late. Here also overslept and arrived are the more than one verb, we can call this one as compound predicate. Okay, now that you know all about subjects and predicates, okay, so I think you all come to know about the simple subject and compound subject and simple predicate and compound predicate. Okay, so we will solve some of the worksheets on this part. Okay.